Well, it's leaking.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Previously, we got our first corn of 2025 off as far as dry corn. Well, 23%. But at the end of the day, it's going in and getting ground. Price is right. We got rolling. We realized that we had a total destruction on this gearbox. So, got a gearbox coming, 2-year warranty. It should do good then. Yes, the auger at some point needs to be replaced, but rolling through it, figuring it out. Amateur hour. But today's gonna be another good day, I hope. So we're gonna get rolling. I got a truck coming. We got 2 loads to ship today, and then we're caught up for a little bit as far as what we want to ship and where our moisture is. We do have some drier corn. I want it to get drier. I heard the price went up another $5 a ton. So yeah, we'll keep things going. So it was 26 degrees this morning. It is just after 7. So let's see. Turn this off. Healthy. We'll let that warm up. We gotta put some fuel in it. I wasn't planning on doing all of this. I was gonna leave it because it was drying down nicely and we're just working on outside roads, but truck was parked here and I was zinging these off just to load the truck and get them out of here. So pretty excited. We'll go up the hill. I'll come back at these 3 little strips here. I was looping because of turnability, but overall things have been pretty good. We've been adjusting the combine some, getting it tighter and tighter, seeing how far I can push it without having bad results. And I'm close, but I still got some out in the back over there. This field over here we got some, so I'll probably, once I get him loaded, that will be the next one, bin load. But if he drives right up in the back here, I can load him out, because not having the buggy makes it challenging. But I'd rather the buggy have the issue now and we get it figured out before it's go time. So yesterday we harvested 9 acres. We have a long way to go. Not an impressive number or anything like that. We had 1 truck. We started late, but yeah, old machine. You know, none of that new stuff that really gets the throughput. This machine will do throughput, but we're just, yeah, the new things, the new stuff is nice, but I'll keep my old junk. So we are up here doing that back corner. I'm gonna hit the corn. Yeah. Okay. Where Isaiah did all the work there. They got a new culvert access in and out. That's gonna be very convenient. I'm getting across out to that other corn. Also, it will make this corn grow so much better because there's some more sunlight back into this corner. Well, corn, beans, whatever's growing here. So utilization of the property and improvements. But yeah, this stuff in the corner is a little wetter because it just didn't get the sunlight. I came over the hill back there and we were on kind of a side, and all of a sudden I was like, yeah, we're losing grain. Out the bin. It got a little better corn than I thought. I was like, oh, I'll make it halfway. We made it like 1 1/4, not even. But yeah, dirty windows. One day into running, I forgot. We're loaded. Isaiah's here, so we'll get him loaded up. I've been nervous to know what the bear's been doing out back here. There's the bare spot. There's bare throw up right there. There's like 3 bears and 3 cubs. Yeah. Loading her right up. So our last load was a ton or 2 lighter. I didn't actually see the scales flip, but then our first one. We'll get that one moving. I'll go get another bin full. Look at that roll tarp, just pushing it across the top a little bit. Probably could have fit a little bit more on, but I said I'll get him going. Yeah. See what that one weighs. I think one more load and we'll be caught up with what we wanted to do. Isaiah rolling out. I'm gonna go up and cut some headlands off that other strip up there on the hill. That way when we do get to it, we can just go back and forth. All the headlands are off here, except for this little bottom corner. That way we can go zing, 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 swing around, keep the buggy moving, which is good. This one I did completely just because it was convenient. But that is what I'm trying to do. Make it so when we do roll to go harvesting, we can just go back and forth, back and forth. No messing around. Well, it's leaking. I was wondering that. But it's not actually leaking. It's leaking at that fitting. Okay, I thought it was going to be leaking where the gasket was, but it's leaking at that fitting. I thought something was going weird, so I pulled it down here. It's amazing how dusty everything gets. I got a little bit of time. We're going to mess with that. At least it's the bottom fitting, not the top fitting this time. This doesn't really make that much sense to me, but at the same point it does. So we just took off that strip up at the top. Outside rows, yes, but we did take some other pieces off of it. Outside rows probably have the biggest contributor to this. Let me see, can you see it? 20.7. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. And we will probably go open up those fields out there when the truck comes back. Go around them, see where we're at there. Because if we got 19% corn, stuff like that, by the next week, 18%, we'll continue to ship corn. That's pretty good. I was shipping 23 and I was like, yeah, okay. But if I can make $20 a ton more, or $25 a ton more, get a lot closer. Heads up. I am gonna go ahead, pull that fitting back out. We're gonna retape it. And I'll have to find proper new fitting there with that ring around it to make our lives a little bit better. We still don't have the shields on, I know. I'm making sure everything's right before we get too carried away. But we got one more load of corn to ship, and that will do it for today. Maybe for a few days. Corn is getting drier, but actually, can I just tighten that up? Is that all that's going on there? I don't think, nope. So, I'll go ahead and tape that up, because that's where it's leaking. Everything else is good. Yep. Okay, just a little bit of fluid out. Combine was running really, really good, and then all of a sudden I was like, something's a little off, so I drove down here. I'm glad I did. I did put an O-ring. This is cross-threaded now. Well, not now, but it was. My hands are so cold laying underneath here with the wind that I started it, and I thought it was on, and well, it wasn't. So we need to get a new, probably get both new. Can't find them in deer sight because usually that's blocked off, but that's where it robs it for what are they, Mud Dog 4-wheel drives. I'm gonna get both new fittings when we get a chance. Well, after this load or whatnot, I'll take them off, and then we will, because I think they're gonna leak. They've been on and off too many times. But I'm gonna offload this bin load into Isaiah without running into the buggy or anything. So I wanted to mess around up there, but not without the buggy. No point in coming up and down. So we're gonna go out to the 2 fields. Well, probably just the one. I'll open it up, and that will be a load, and that will be, we'll call it good for the day. Well, good for what we can ship. So where this stuff is going, they're grinding it, feeding it right out. So they can't just, well, they stockpile it to some degree, but at the end of the day, we can't dump non-stop because then they can't use it quick enough. So, and there's other people going into it. Yeah, we'll just sneak down through here. Augers in. Always make sure your augers in. And don't make sure you don't hit your corn head off a tree. We gotta work on getting this more leveled out, getting a little more space there. Down here, it's been very good now. Big moves. We can do that with some more fill, slowly, gradually slope it.
First time the combines went out the driveway expansion. Go over there and clip some of those rows off. Make another load. Nothing to it. Just imagine what that looked like when it was narrow. That's a pretty big difference. Huh. Sweet. Really coming into that bend. A lot of people underestimate that old of a machine, but it's pretty impressive what it'll do.
So I'm watching over to my right side because we dug the ditches there and the piles are there, which we're going to push out, leveled off, cleaned up so we can farm right up. I don't want to rip my snout off on anything. I'm a little nervous. I didn't have much room by the time we got done. Pretty good corn down through here. I'm thinking this stuff's drier than I think. Than when I originally started today, so. Well, we got some waves where it goes up and down depending on how wet it was when we planted it. And how much deer damage. Some of this, the deer has clipped the tops off. Now that we got the tile all figured out, we should be a lot better off. This stuff was 22%. Doing its thing. It's always nice running right outside the farm. We've come a long way this year, I will admit that. Digging ditches, getting tile line done, driveway. So couldn't do it without the guys around me. All the help. You guys watching along. So appreciate Isaiah, he's trucking today. We're just keeping it rolling. Gorgeous day for it too. We'll get this loaded up and then we know what we need to do to really hit harvest time rolling. There's a hole right here. There we go. .19.
First one was a Joe load.
It was a very good load.
Kick it down.
26.4. But we also put some on the ground when we were loading that one. There goes another one. So we're averaging 24 and some change on the loads. Not bad. If it was a little drier, it'd probably be that 25, 26 all day long. But I was told to ship 100 tons. If we ship 96 tons, that's pretty good. Okay. Good day for it, and we got rolling, which is good. We got some drier corn. We got some okay corn. Honestly, I haven't come across anything really that drastically bad. When I get out of here, because I gotta run some errands later this evening or this afternoon, we'll check the corn up on the other farm. But overall, this stuff ain't too bad. Chasing a bird. Actually very happy with this stuff. Yeah. So good yields. That's a 10-acre field. So that is 10 acres. There's probably 2.5 loads total. We're not halfway through it and we just sent a load. So 2.5 to 3. Let me do the math. Okay, so 10-acre field. Well, let's see. 2.5 loads. Let's say we're getting 2.5 truckloads out of that at 24 ton, 60 ton, divide that by 10-acre field, 6 ton to the acre. That's not terrible, right? I don't know what our test weight is, but I'll go on the low scale. Probably last year we were real low, but this year we're in a better spot. So 50 pounds per 50 pounds per bushel. Nah. What am I doing? 10-acre field, 6 tons. Oh, times that by 2,000. There we go. Divide that by 50. Now we're getting it. That's 240 bushel corn if we're doing right. Huh. Even if, okay, so we'll go back to it. So 6 tons an acre. Times that by 2,000. Yeah. Yeah. No, that is right, because if I do it anymore. So if we got 54 bushel corn, test weight, that's 222. If we got 48 that per bushel, that'd be 250. But I'm thinking we're around 50. We will figure that out at some point here. It's easy. It should be easy enough, but it hasn't been the thing that I've been doing. So, alrighty. I appreciate you guys watching along. We got another day of combining done. Isaiah's taking that load. And I'll see you guys on the next one. We got some wrenching to do. We got to get trucks ready. Well, one truck ready. Hopefully Kenworth is done. Hold on. This little piece right here, I got to get it up to the engine builder. Kenworth wants a ridiculous amount of money for this little thing. This and another fuel line he priced out from Kenworth, which from Cummins, $600 to $700. This and one other line, so he was gonna make it, which makes a lot more sense. But I found it; it was on the truck, so I gotta get that up to them, run around, do some stuff. But appreciate you guys. I'm really glad that we shipped. That's 4 loads of corn so far, and we really haven't made a dent in any of our fields. So we got a long harvest ahead of us, which is a good thing. Hopefully once we get the gearbox back in and some little stuff, I got to get some parts for that head, the gaskets. We'll get the shields back on. We got the push-pull cable coming. Otherwise, things should be good to go. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.